Right now is Reminix, and we're talking about Brotherhood 2.0 versus Taskmaster, and we've got a difficult situation here, and we're just going to put it out right here, right now. I lost 3 times in a row, and you have not seen this footage, but what we're going to do first, we're just going to go over the first battle, and let's just talk me through what you're going to see right here. You see, what do you see right here? We got a defense down situation. We got even power levels. I've kind of got a weak Toad, a weak Blob, but how should this battle go down?
It should open up with your being able to remove the debuff or the buffs from Taskmaster. So you should be able to open up and get those and take those right off, so you don't have to worry about the offense up. However, I heard it went differently.
Yeah, okay, so I covered up my background so people can't just see me. So I'm talking about Wail Harder right here. And so, okay, so I'm going to go right now, and I'm trying to clear all the buffs on Taskmaster right here and see what happens. Okay, so the offense down did clear right there. Blind. We're going to scoop them all together. You see that?
Perfect.
Okay, and then I did blind instead of disrupted. Now, we did it both ways. We alternated. This we went.
All right, so here's the problem. Right there, pause it for a second.
Yeah.
You decide when you use the pull where the units are.
Okay.
What you did was you just basically made everybody. So when I do it, I try to put him adjacent on the outside, in the outside corner where he's not going to get as many. However,
you see where
he's got adjacency to 4 targets here.
Okay, yeah. I see. I usually pull from right there.
Yeah.
Or right there, so that when my pyro will hit all the targets. You know what I mean? And that you know, typically if I pull from right here, then there's one that usually gets left out. But if I pull from right here, then but that also creates a problem with him being in the middle, correct?
So the middle is actually is next level option because it's a lot harder to kind of pick and choose where you're going to pull from.
Okay.
You're always going to wind up having extra folks in the adjacencies.
Okay, so because and they updated the notes today saying that it's basically every enemy turn, and they get a 70% chance for deflect, and if you do T4, it's 100% on every enemy's turn. And so when I suck everything together, everything is just going to be like first. You can hear me complaining in the background there. They basically start giving deflects to everybody. So I clear the offense up, everything gets sucked together. Now, some people, I did try disrupting Merc Riot Guard before doing blind, but pulling everybody together. So if he was on the other end, I should have pulled the other way or something, is what you're saying. But but he's in the middle, am I kind of just in a bad situation no matter what?
Yeah, because he's giving deflect to everybody every turn. Okay. You're slowing down that damage. You're not getting him to half fast enough so that you're not getting so Merc Lieutenant's healing every single time you get him to half.
Okay, so putting Merc Riot Guard in the middle is some pretty high level stuff then. Okay, so I was able to. This is kind of nice right here. Pyro's going to come in here and strip away a lot of it, but they have deflects galore, right? Yeah, look at that. And they're always going to have deflects. Okay, and then Blob is going to do AoE punch, hit everybody. Look at all those deflects, my God. Yeah, and then and then right here, Juggernaut taunts, which is good. Okay, now I have blind on Toad, and I misplayed, but it doesn't actually matter because Toad gets exploded. I did middle ability when he had blind. Okay, we'll keep going. Thank you, and he missed, so I have blind. All right, so they're going after my mags now. Yeah, look at this. They're just okay now. So I disrupt. So what I did right here is I disrupted Riot Guard. Did I lose you?
No, I'm just looking. I'm looking at your screen to see what.
So I disrupted Merc Riot Guard right here, and then later I tried disrupting Taskmaster instead.
Yeah, I mean those deflects up right now are insane. The fact that it is that good, they're getting that every single turn.
Mm-hmm.
So positioning like that in the middle is gonna change that, and I just think that maybe they're just. A Taskmaster was a G13.
Yeah, it was well, I'll go back. We'll go back on the second clip, and I think it was 68,000. All right, so I run through the middle, right? But look at that. Now Taskmaster's just got all these positive effects and just runs and goes and goes and goes and goes. Now, this seems to be the best match that I had right here because I almost get through Merc Lieutenant, almost get through Bullseye on this.
Yeah, so if you played this and you use the special now, you can extend those bleed debuffs, so they're going to go down to half.
Okay.
So if you had the ability there,
okay,
you
so
would have extended.
So if I would have saved, see, I ran that through on Toad's when he had blind. If I would have had it now, that would have been a lot better.
Right.
Okay. All right. So you said you wanted to actually see what my Brotherhood looks like. So we're gonna go over that real quick, and then we're gonna watch the second match, and we're gonna watch the third match, and just watch me get blown up 3 times in a row. Now, have you had any luck with Brotherhood right now yourself, or has it been similar results for you?
So I'm hoping to find a couple of big Brotherhood. We're waiting to kind of take a look and see what we have on your defense. We're actually using you guys for science.
Well, yeah.
So we'll find out today.
It's really strange that you called it yesterday that we were going to play. I still don't understand how that happened or why that happened, but it did happen, right?
It basically, I think they're trying to extend the ELO rating so that people get another shot at it. I think that a lot of the matchups are going to be extended during the war period.
Okay,
We'll
so right here is my Brotherhood, and we're just going to go through this. Magneto. Which ones do you want to see? Magneto has basic his passive and special. Juggernaut has passive and ultimate. Pyro has special and ultimate. Mystique we didn't use. Sabretooth we didn't use. Toad is nothing. Blob is nothing. And that is it. I don't have any T4s on those guys.
Oh, you got a 3-star blob. So they just ate your blood and spat him out. So even though it's even power, that blob just got smushed the first turn.
Okay.
So he didn't get a lot of chance to retaliate. So it's that blob is going to be what you're going to want to match up to similar power levels. Blob has become really important. And where can you farm him?
Yeah, where can you farm him? Yeah, this is so. I mean, I think this problem might fix itself over time because, as you know, Toad and Blob will have to be farmable someday. Hopefully, you don't pull a Ghost Rider and Elsa on us with these guys because they seem pretty important. It seem like they're getting more and more important as we go along.
Yeah. So for perspective, that extension of buffs would have kept that heal. When you got those guys down to half, that would have kept the heal block on them. It would have kept some of the disrupts on the targets you wanted to. So that's the problem is when you missed with that. What about with Toad with the special?
Okay, so let's go here. So this is where we ran into some problems right here. Is with Toad goes first, but not clearing the offense up. Watch this right here. I think this is where it has right here. Did not clear the offense up, and then this one went worse. So the next 2 matches, he doesn't clear the offense up, and I just get deleted basically.
Right, and that's the thing with Deflex. He only clears 2, and that was always the concern is when you have that.
Okay, so what
boosted rooms.
So yeah, I hit disrupted on Merc Riot Guard instead of doing the blind, and this is all bad right here. Just look, you're just gonna watch this match just go downhill real quick here. Yeah, you can hear me kind of mumbling in the background how bad this is. Look at this. Look at that. Nothing. Done. Rip. Right?
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, we're gonna take a look. I have a feeling that that Korath might be an unsung hero now that he's because the bigger Korath may be a better choice than even Bullseye, or if you already have him worked up from it. So he's going really quickly too.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's faster anyways, and plus they all the Terminator. All right, let's go to the third matchup. Like, I was taking a beating. I did the same thing 3 times, and it didn't go anywhere, which is kind of a mess, right? And so, I mean, hopefully there's a way of getting through this. I actually thought this was going to work. I was really disappointed that maybe it's just I need a better Toad and better Blob. I mean, because they're kind of underpowered compared to the rest of the team. But the same thing happens right here. I go in and, here's my power levels right here again. There's my power levels. Toad is at 48,000. Blob is at 40,000, where Magneto's 86, Juggernaut's 78, Pyro 72. So it just doesn't go as well. And not clearing that offense up from Taskmaster. Watch this. Okay, so you're going to go after Taskmaster right here.
See, this is the problem right here.
All right, you hear me complaining.
I'm not clearing all that stuff. It's not getting clear.
All right, so offense up stayed. I do blind. and then it just falls apart. The blind didn't even stick on Taskmaster right there, and then he just deletes my team. So what do you think? What do we think?
Defense down. The problem you're going to have is even though your team looked on paper as a parity match, your Toad and your Blob are just probably a little bit too low, and that sucks because there's a reasonable level of investment that would have to take place to make them happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find your best mercenary squad,
right?
And I'll do the reverse and see if we can't get different results.
Okay, so I think having just a chaotic team with the power levels erratic is probably the biggest problem, and I'm just going to punch down with this team. I think it works, just need to punch down. I mean, everybody's been talking. Have you found any other counters for this, or is this just kind of the way it is right now?
There's some punch down counters that potentially work, but nothing reliable yet. So that's the problem is when these wars come out, there's always going to be a learning curve on what actually happens. And by the way, having the text wrong on MRG really makes us evaluate the whole team.
Well, yeah, and then they updated that. So for people that are just not understanding what we're talking about, but basically this was a huge screw up, and the text was wrong. And on Merc Riot Guard, it's way better than the way that it was, and they did put out a notification today. Merc Riot Guard basically is giving deflects every enemy turn on his passive, and it did not look like that. So right here, they updated it. It didn't say that up until right now on enemy turn. It just said on turn. Yeah. All right. So anyways, guys, this team is good. Stay tuned. Reminex is going to be posting some videos on this because this is kind of his whole baby. You're the one that got me involved with this, the Master Theory Crafter. Link to his channels down in the description, and I'll keep you posted. But in theory, this is supposed to be the counter to this Taskmaster, but we'll let you know how it goes. Anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, just watch your team. You're going to have to watch your parity and know who your targets are, just like you did with Coulson, because it's Magneto, and we probably all got that 5 red star Magneto for free, and that's changing the mechanic on this team quite a bit.
Yeah, because he has the highest attack, and he's passing up Jugs. It's pretty hard to get him higher than Jugs higher than Magneto. It really, then you have to invest in Blob. Who knew that taking that 5 red star Magneto would be a bad thing? It's kind of turned like that. Well, okay. I wasn't that smart. 5 red star Magneto. How could that be bad? It just kind of turned out bad. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.